morning, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good week so far. It's Tuesday as I'm shooting this video. It's my second day back after my little road trip. And we're not on a pretty decent sized property today. We're gonna be doing a good bit of mulching. So, but I think it's gonna be fairly easy. I hope, fingers crossed. But let me go ahead and get in and show you guys what we got. All right, so haven't seen this guy in a while. Big Munchie. So this is, if you're not familiar with the channel, it's a RT120 with a pre-noth mulcher on it. And we got all this vegetation right here. So this is the same owner where I was out with the Mini in that sort of low bottom area. I was out there for 3 days over the course of a couple of months doing day rates for him, getting that cleaned up. And that's where he had dropped a bunch of those big pine trees and cut them up. And so this is his property as well. It's about 50 some acres, and he's trying to get parts of it opened up. And so I guess this was logged years ago, and it's just been volunteering back up since then with a lot of these small pines. And we're just gonna kind of start working right here about where this pine tree starts and just start working this area back and forth on down. And then I think he wants me to start somewhere in here somewhere and then cut him another road that curves on around that way, cut him another road back there to that back corner of the property. So he should be here in a bit. I'm gonna kind of get with him on that when he gets here. But this is the main thing. And so with these little juveniles in here and this stuff, the mulcher is going to go through this very, very quickly, I think. And most of the slash that's on the ground has been here a while. You can see it's very soft and rotten. I mean, there's just not much to it. So all that stuff should just grind up very easily. I thought about bringing the quick attach mega mower, but I'm worried about some stumps in here. I'm worried that there might be some bigger stumps in here that I'll need to grind down with this. But if I wasn't so worried about the stumps, I would have definitely highly considered bringing the brush cutter in here. That would have made a fun video. So but yeah, that's it. So we'll get started on this, and then when he gets here, I'll get with him kind of where he wants to start this secondary road through here, and maybe we'll work our way back that way as well. So let's get started. right, everybody, we're at about the halfway mark for the day. I've got about 4 hours in here. I got a little bit of a late start. This is about an hour drive from where this machine was, and when I got here I had to sharpen the teeth and grease it and everything like that. It'd been a while since I used the machine, and I hadn't quite had a chance to get it completely ready for its next job. So it took me, I don't know, about 45 minutes to get the teeth sharpened and get her greased up, and I had to blow it out a little bit. But yeah, we're looking good in here. This is every bit of an acre and maybe possibly a little more that we've done so far. So we're making really good progress. I told the guy we could probably do somewhere around 2 acres in about a day, in about, you know, 7-8 hour day in here. So that's kind of the pace we're looking at in here with this material, and it's been pretty consistent through here. I have hit some bigger patches of some of this pine slash in here, but it's so soft and rotten, and most of it's pretty small. It's just turning into dirt basically. I mean, you can see it right there. It's just nothing to it. So yeah, no mud, and we get that rain we got on Saturday, so it's Tuesday. It's kept everything fairly dry in here. I mean, the machine's dirty, but I mean, you don't see me just throwing up clouds of dust in here coming through here, which is really nice. So machine's not getting too dirty, and we're not having to deal too much with the dust. Everything's got just enough moisture in it to keep the dust down. So good progress. I'm gonna take this thing, we're gonna put, it's about half on fuel. I'm gonna go ahead and fill it up, and that way it's good for the rest of the day. I'll eat a quick protein bar for lunch, and we'll get back to it. Chris with Let's Dig 18 doing this commentary. But really, this is just kind of driving through here, knocking this stuff down. I think you could do this with a brush cutter, but you'd have a hard time grinding up all this slash. I think it'd be hard. You'd have to have a, you know, a really heavy duty brush cutter on something with high flow, because it's the slashing here. It's yeah, it's soft, but it's thick. There's a lot of it where it is. I just feel like a brush cutter would have a hard time maybe breaking some of that up. You know, or at least breaking it up efficiently. But could it be done? Yeah, I think so. I haven't really run into any big stumps in here, and the ones I have just, I mean, it's just pulverized them. I mean, they're so soft and rotten. So, I don't think the stumps would be an issue in here for a brush cutter, honestly, for the most part. All right, folks, that's it for today. I think he wants me. I originally thought I was going to do 1 day out here, but the client's son told me he wants me to do, the client wants me to do 2. So I guess I'll be back out here tomorrow, but I don't think that's quite 2 acres. I think it's probably about 1.5 acres-ish. Obviously, I don't know exactly, but if I had to guess, that's probably in the neighborhood that we're in for about 7 hours of mulching. I got a little bit of a late start today. I'm going to do 9 hours tomorrow to make up for it, make it 16 for 2 days. So I'll be back early in the morning. But yeah, I think that's really, really productive. I think if I'd have, another hour, so 8 hours, I, probably would have gotten it pretty close to 2. But yeah, we were going through that now. All this was pretty consistent through here, but once you get back right about in there, in that back corner, starting right where I left off, that turns out all into a real thicket of gum trees in there. And they're not very big, but they're all packed in real tight together. So I was kind of eating my way through there pretty good. And you can kind of see where the vegetation kind of goes, and then it just goes whoop, gets a little bigger back there, a little taller, where those gums have been populating. But the rest of it went pretty good. As I went further that way, it seemed like there was a little less slash to have to deal with. All of this through here was a lot of slash on the ground. Good night, there was a lot of slash. But yeah, this should all just be bush hoggable now through here. So there might be the random piece of mulch like that in here, but I tried to go back over everything and get as much of that kind of stuff as possible. Let's make sure it was all little. I'll chuck that off, but there shouldn't be anything in here that'll hurt a bush hog. I got all the stumps ground down, and most of them were so rotten. I mean, I hit them and they just pulverized instantly. So yeah, I wouldn't take a 0 turn through here, but bush hog, no problem. This turned out well. Then he's not looking for it to be anything like fine-tuned, it's not have to be perfect. Just get it down, get it out of the way, make it walkable, and then when it grows back up, later this year or next year, they can just come through here with the bush hog and not have any issues. So I left a few gums back there too, make it look pretty. There's a few gums scattered here or there, and then those water oaks and stuff. So all right, you may want me to kind of clean this up a little bit right here to get a little closer to that ditch. I may clean that up a little bit too, starting tomorrow. I'm gonna have to bring I got the ASV in the woods back there, but I got to bring it back out in the morning. I'll blow it off, put some grease in everything, and put a little more fuel in it, and we'll be good to go. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Very productive day in here. Got a lot done, no issues. Couldn't ask for anything better. Thank you, Lord. That's a good day. You get a lot done, don't have any issues or any problems. Thank the Lord. Thank you. So, all right, I got to get out of here. I got to go pick up Oliver, my dog. Oh, it was Misty's dog. She's the one that wanted him and got him, and now he's my dog. I got to go pick him up from daycare. He's hanging out with the other dogs at daycare, so I'm going to go get him and be done for the night. So I will check you guys tomorrow. Bye, everybody.